Chosen one, God is exposing the person who managed your story in secret. You were not brought here by accident, and you cannot afford to ignore what is being revealed right now, because something hidden in your life is about to come into the light, and it will change everything you thought you understood. I am speaking directly to you because there has been a person operating quietly behind the scenes, influencing your path, shaping your experiences, and even interfering with your peace without you fully seeing it. This is not something small, and if you walk away now, you may miss the very moment where clarity, protection, and breakthrough begin to unfold in your life. What I am about to uncover is the truth about who has been managing parts of your story in secret and why this exposure matters for your future. Type Amen if you agree. You have felt it before, that strange feeling that something was off, that certain situations repeated themselves in ways that did not make sense. You questioned yourself, wondering if you were overthinking or being too sensitive, but deep inside you knew something was not right. That discomfort was not confusion, it was discernment, and I placed it within you so you would not remain blind forever. The person I am exposing has been connected to your journey longer than you realize, quietly influencing outcomes while pretending to support you. Their actions were subtle, often hidden behind smiles, advice, or involvement that seemed harmless at first. Before we go deeper, take a moment and show your faith by liking this video, because what is being revealed here is not ordinary, and it is opening a path for your protection and your next blessing. You need to understand this clearly. This person did not have the authority you thought they had, but they took space in your life that allowed them to affect your direction. They studied your weaknesses, they watched your patterns, and they learned when to step in and when to step back. Many times when you felt delayed, confused, or blocked, it was not because you were failing, it was because someone was interfering in ways you could not yet see. I allowed it for a season, not to harm you, but to prepare you, to strengthen your awareness, and to bring you to this exact moment of revelation. There were moments when doors closed suddenly, when relationships shifted without clear reason, and when opportunities slipped away just as you were about to step forward. You blamed yourself, thinking you made the wrong move or missed the right timing, but the truth is deeper than that. This person influenced your story in ways that created these disruptions, not always directly, but enough to alter the flow of your journey. Yet even in that, I never left you unprotected, and I never allowed anything to destroy your purpose. Type 777 if you trust God. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything begins to change for you. I am removing the cover from their actions, and I am bringing their influence to an end. You will begin to see patterns clearly. You will recognize moments that once confused you, and you will understand why certain things unfolded the way they did. This clarity is not meant to make you angry. It is meant to free you from the control that was quietly placed over parts of your life. You are not weak for not seeing it sooner, and you are not foolish for trusting. Your heart was open because I created you to love, to believe, and to give without fear. But now, I am teaching you to balance that openness with wisdom, so that no one can step into your story again and rewrite parts that belong to you. The exposure you are receiving is a form of protection, and it is also a doorway into a stronger version of yourself. There is a reason why you felt tired without explanation, why your energy seemed to drain around certain people, and why your spirit felt heavy even when everything looked normal on the outside. You were carrying the weight of unseen interference, and it affected your peace more than you realized. But I am lifting that weight now, and you will begin to feel a shift, a lightness, and a sense of control returning to your life. Do not rush to confront anyone yet, because this moment is about awareness first, not reaction. I am giving you understanding so that your next steps are guided by wisdom, not emotion. When the time comes to act, you will know, and you will move with clarity instead of confusion. The power you gain from seeing the truth is greater than any reaction you could have made in the dark. You may be wondering how long this has been happening, and the answer may surprise you. It did not begin yesterday, and it was not a single moment. It was a pattern that developed over time. This person learned how to position themselves in your life in ways that gave them influence, sometimes through closeness, sometimes through involvement, and sometimes through trust that you gave freely. But now that influence is being removed, and your story is returning fully into your hands. I am restoring what was delayed, and I am realigning what was disrupted. The things that seemed lost are not gone. They are being redirected back to you in a way that no one can interfere with again. You will begin to notice changes, small at first, then stronger, as doors open without resistance and paths become clear without confusion. This is the beginning of a new phase where your life is no longer shaped by hidden interference, but by divine direction. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking their silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say their attorneys are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. This 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky because this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. This is not your imagination, this is the unveiling that I promised you, and it is happening because you are ready to see what was once concealed. I would not bring this truth to you if it would break you. I am revealing it because you are strong enough to rise above it. The person who managed parts of your story in secret did not always appear harmful, and that is why it took time for you to recognize what was happening. They knew how to present themselves in ways that felt safe, familiar, or even supportive. But beneath that surface, there was a different intention at work. It was not always obvious, and that is why you gave them access without hesitation. But now you are stepping into a level of awareness where nothing can remain hidden from you anymore. Type 1111 if you believe. There were moments when you shared your dreams, your plans, and your struggles, thinking you were speaking to someone who genuinely cared. You opened your heart, you trusted their presence, and you allowed them to be part of your journey. What you did not realize was that every detail you shared became something they could use to influence your path. They did not always act directly, but they knew enough to shift things in subtle ways, enough to create delays and distractions that kept you from moving forward freely. You might remember times when your motivation suddenly dropped for no clear reason, or when your confidence was shaken after certain conversations. Those were not random moments, they were points where your energy was being affected. The influence was quiet, but it was real, and it created a pattern that slowed your progress without completely stopping it. I allowed it only to the extent that it would teach you, never to the point that it would destroy your purpose. As this truth settles within you, do not let it fill you with bitterness, because that is not the path I have for you. You are not meant to carry anger, you are meant to carry wisdom. What you are learning now is how to see beyond appearances, how to listen to your inner discernment, and how to protect your peace without closing your heart completely. This balance will guide you into relationships that are genuine and aligned with your purpose. You are also being shown something deeper, something that goes beyond just one person. This experience is teaching you how important it is to guard your story, to be mindful of who you allow into your inner world. Not everyone needs access to your thoughts, your plans, or your vulnerabilities. Some things are meant to remain between you and me until the right time and the right people are revealed. Type yes to receive miracles. There is a reason why you often felt like you had to start over, like every time you got close to something meaningful, it slipped away or changed direction. That pattern was not your failure, it was interference. But now that interference is being removed, and you will begin to see a difference in how things unfold. What once felt like resistance will start to feel like flow, and what once felt blocked will begin to open. You will notice that your decisions become clearer, that your instincts feel stronger, and that your confidence begins to return in ways you have not felt in a long time. This is because the weight that was quietly placed on your path is being lifted. You are stepping into a space where your choices are truly your own, where your direction is no longer influenced by hidden hands. Do not be surprised if distance naturally begins to form between you and this person. You may find yourself pulling away without force, without conflict, simply because your spirit no longer aligns with theirs. This is not something you need to fight or question. It is a natural part of your growth. When something is no longer meant to have influence over your life, it will begin to fade without struggle. There will also be moments of realization where you look back and see things you missed before. Conversations that seemed harmless will take on new meaning. Actions that once felt normal will reveal their true intention. This clarity may come suddenly, and it may feel overwhelming at first, but it is necessary for your understanding. Each realization is a piece of the truth being restored to you. You are not losing anything by seeing this, you are gaining your power back. The version of you that moves forward from this moment will not be the same as before. You will be more aware, more grounded, and more aligned with the path I have set for you. This is not just exposure, this is transformation. There is something else you must understand, and it is very important. Not every action this person took was done with full awareness of the harm it caused. Sometimes people operate from their own brokenness, their own fears, and their own need for control. This does not excuse what happened, but it explains why it was able to continue for so long. You are being called to rise above it, not to carry it with you. Forgiveness will play a role in your healing, but it does not mean allowing them back into the same space they once had. You can release the weight without reopening the door. You can let go of the past without giving it the power to affect your future. This is the kind of strength I am building within you. As you move forward, you will begin to notice new connections entering your life. People who bring clarity instead of confusion, support instead of interference. These are the individuals who align with your growth, who respect your boundaries, and who uplift your spirit. They will not need to manipulate or control anything, because their presence will naturally bring peace. What if a top neuroscientist just revealed a method helping thousands of people attract money into their lives? Research connected to the CIA suggests a simple brainwave ritual can influence how you notice and act on opportunities. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift from financial pressure to improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Your story is not being rewritten by others anymore. It is being restored by me. Every chapter that felt distorted is being corrected. Every path that felt delayed is being realigned. You are stepping into a version of your life that reflects truth, clarity, and purpose. Nothing that was meant for you has been lost. It is simply being returned in the right way and at the right time. This is where truth becomes undeniable, because without distraction, you can finally see clearly. I am drawing you into this stillness so you can recognize what was hidden without confusion or doubt. The person who once moved quietly within your story will begin to lose their ability to affect anything around you. Their presence will feel different, weaker, almost distant, even if they are physically close. You will notice that their words no longer carry the same weight, and their actions no longer create the same impact. This is not coincidence. This is the removal of influence that once had access to your path. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There will be a moment when everything connects, when the patterns you lived through suddenly make sense. You will remember certain conversations, certain delays, certain unexpected turns, and you will see the thread that ties them together. This realization will not come to harm you. It will come to free you from questioning yourself. You will finally understand that you were not the problem, and you were never lost. You were simply navigating through interference that is now being cleared. As this understanding grows, you may feel a mix of emotions, relief, sadness, even disbelief. That is natural, because you are processing a truth that was hidden for a long time. Do not rush through it. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, but do not let those emotions hold you back. I am guiding you through this so that you come out stronger, not burdened. You will also begin to notice a change within yourself that goes beyond just awareness. Your energy will start to stabilize, your thoughts will become more focused, and your decisions will carry a sense of confidence that was once missing. This is the result of your story returning fully into your hands. When no one else is quietly steering your direction, your path becomes clear in a way that feels natural and steady. There were times when you doubted your own instincts, when you second-guessed decisions that felt right at first. That doubt was not always your own. It was influenced by the presence that surrounded you. Now that influence is gone, and your inner voice is becoming stronger. You will begin to trust yourself again, not because everything is perfect, but because you can finally hear your own truth without interference. Type 2222 to receive miracles. What you are stepping into now is a form of freedom that you have not fully experienced before. It is not loud or dramatic at first. It is quiet and steady, but it is powerful. You will feel it in the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you move through situations that once felt overwhelming. This is what it feels like to walk in alignment without hidden resistance. Do not be surprised if certain opportunities begin to appear unexpectedly. Things that once felt out of reach may suddenly come within your grasp. This is because the delays that held you back are no longer in place. The path that was once redirected is now opening straight ahead, and you are being invited to walk forward without hesitation. There is something important I need you to understand as you move into this new phase. You are not meant to carry suspicion into every new connection you make. This experience was meant to teach you awareness, not fear. You will learn to recognize the difference between genuine presence and hidden intention, and that understanding will protect you without closing your heart. You may also begin to see this person from a different perspective. What once seemed strong may now appear fragile. What once seemed confident may now reveal insecurity. This is because their influence was not built on truth. It was built on control and positioning. Without that control, their presence loses its power, and you will no longer feel affected by it. Your focus now must shift toward what is ahead, not what is behind. The exposure has already begun, the understanding is already forming, and the influence has already been removed. What remains is your choice to step forward with clarity and confidence. You are no longer in the same place you were before, and you cannot go back to seeing things the same way. There is restoration happening in areas of your life that you may not even be fully aware of yet. Relationships that were meant for you will begin to strengthen. Opportunities that align with your purpose will begin to appear, and your sense of direction will become clearer with each step you take. This is not something you have to force, it is something that will unfold naturally as you continue to move forward. I am also strengthening your ability to recognize truth quickly, so that you do not spend time questioning what you already feel. When something is right, you will know, and when something is not, you will feel it just as clearly. This is the gift of discernment that is being sharpened within you, and it will guide you in ways that protect your peace and your purpose. As you continue on this path, you will begin to see how everything is coming together, not in pieces, but as a complete picture. What once felt scattered will start to align, and what once felt uncertain will begin to make sense. This is the result of your story being restored to its true course, free from hidden interference. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping people move beyond financial struggles into more balanced lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and finally taking luxury vacations. However, this page might not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. What once felt like scattered thoughts is now forming into clear understanding, and you are beginning to trust what you see and feel without hesitation. This is the stage where your eyes are fully opening, not just to what happened, but to what is still unfolding around you. I am guiding you deeper, because there are layers to this truth that will strengthen you even more. The person who quietly managed parts of your story did not only influence events, they also tried to shape how you saw yourself. There were moments when you felt smaller than you truly are, moments when your confidence weakened without clear reason. That was not your natural state, that was a reflection of subtle pressure placed on your spirit over time. Now that pressure is breaking, and you are starting to feel your true strength rising again. Type 1010 to receive blessings. There is something powerful happening within you right now, even if you cannot fully explain it. Your thoughts are becoming clearer, your reactions are becoming calmer, and your sense of direction is becoming stronger. This is not something external, this is a transformation within your spirit. When outside influence is removed, your true self begins to surface, and that is exactly what is happening now. You may begin to notice that things that once triggered you no longer have the same effect. Situations that would have caused confusion or emotional reaction now feel easier to handle. This is because your mind is no longer being subtly guided away from truth. You are thinking for yourself in a way that is pure and undisturbed, and that clarity is bringing you peace. There were times when you felt like you were losing yourself, like your identity was shifting in ways you did not understand. That feeling came from being surrounded by energy that did not align with who you are meant to be. You adapted without realizing it, adjusting your thoughts, your actions, and even your emotions to fit what was around you. But now you are returning to your original state, the version of you that is strong, clear, and aligned with your purpose. Type yes to receive miracles. This is also the moment where your boundaries begin to take shape naturally. You will not have to force distance or explain yourself in ways that feel uncomfortable. Instead, you will simply feel what is right and what is not, and you will move accordingly. This kind of boundary is powerful because it comes from truth, not fear or reaction. You may find that you no longer feel the need to share everything with others. There will be a quiet understanding within you that some parts of your life are meant to be protected. This is not secrecy. This is wisdom. When you learn to guard what is important, you prevent others from stepping into spaces that were never meant for them. As your clarity grows, you will also begin to see how much strength you carried even during the time of hidden interference. You kept moving forward, even when things felt heavy, even when progress seemed slow, even when answers were not clear. That strength did not come from circumstance, it came from within you, and it is now being fully activated. Do not underestimate what you have overcome, because it has prepared you for what is ahead. The challenges you faced were not meant to stop you, they were meant to build your awareness and your resilience. Now you are stepping into a phase where that strength will begin to work in your favor in ways you have not yet experienced. There will also be a shift in how others respond to you. People will begin to notice your confidence, your clarity, and your calm presence. This is because you are no longer carrying the weight that once affected your energy. When that weight is removed, your natural presence becomes stronger, and others can feel it, even without understanding why. You are not becoming someone new, you are becoming who you have always been beneath the layers that were placed over you. This is a return, not a change. It is a restoration of your true identity, one that was never lost, only covered for a time. And now that it is being revealed, nothing can hide it again. There is also a deeper lesson that is settling within you, one that will guide you moving forward. You are learning that not every presence in your life is meant to stay, and not every connection is meant to have influence. This understanding will help you move with intention, choosing who you allow close to you with greater awareness. The person who once influenced your story is losing their connection to your path completely. Even if they try to reach into your life again, they will not have the same access or effect. The space they once occupied is being closed, and it will not reopen. This is not something you need to enforce. It is something that is already being established. You may also feel a sense of peace that you cannot fully explain. It may come suddenly, without reason, or it may grow gradually over time. This peace is a sign that you are aligned with truth, that you are no longer being pulled in different directions. It is a confirmation that you are moving in the right way. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice that your decisions lead to better outcomes more consistently. This is not luck, this is alignment. When your path is clear and your mind is undisturbed, your choices naturally lead you where you are meant to go. This is the flow that was once interrupted, now being restored. You are stepping deeper into a place where nothing false can stay hidden around you anymore. What once blended into the background is now becoming visible, and even the smallest shift in energy or intention is something you can feel without effort. This is not something you learn from others. This is something I am awakening within you. Your awareness is no longer something that comes and goes. It is becoming a constant part of who you are. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles, with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But this discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. The person who once moved quietly within your story is now facing the reality of losing all connection to your path. They may not fully understand why things feel different, but they will sense that their influence is gone. The access they once had is closed, and the space they occupied is no longer available to them. This is not something they can reverse, because it is not controlled by them, it is being removed by me. Type 777 if you trust God. You may begin to notice subtle attempts from them to reconnect, to regain a sense of closeness, or to re-enter your space in familiar ways. It may come through simple conversations, unexpected messages, or situations that feel like coincidence, but your awareness will guide you, and you will feel the difference immediately. What once felt normal will now feel out of place, and you will know how to respond without confusion. This is where your strength is tested in a new way, not through struggle, but through choice. You are no longer being pushed or influenced, you are simply being asked to stand in your clarity. The decisions you make now will shape the boundaries that protect your future, and you will find that choosing peace becomes easier than returning to what once felt heavy. There is also something happening within your spirit that you may not fully recognize yet. Your connection with me is becoming stronger, clearer, and more direct. You will begin to sense guidance in ways that feel natural, almost like a quiet knowing that leads you in the right direction. This is because the noise that once interfered with your connection is no longer present. Type Amen if you agree. You are not alone in this process, even in moments where everything feels quiet. I am walking with you through each realization, each decision, and each step forward. When you feel uncertain, pause and listen, because I am speaking in ways that do not always require words. Your peace, your clarity, and your sense of direction are all signs of my presence guiding you. You may also begin to understand why certain relationships in your life felt unbalanced. You gave more than you received, you trusted more than you were understood, and you invested energy that was not always returned in the same way. That imbalance was not your weakness, it was a reflection of where your energy was being redirected. Now that this has changed, you will experience connections that feel equal, stable, and genuine. There is a quiet rebuilding happening within you, one that does not rely on outside validation. You are learning to trust your own sense of truth, your own understanding, and your own path. This kind of trust is powerful because it does not depend on anyone else's approval. It comes from within, and it stays steady no matter what changes around you. Do not look back with regret, because everything you experienced brought you to this moment of awareness. Even the confusion, the delays, and the moments of doubt had a purpose in shaping who you are now. You are not the same person you were before, and that growth is something no one can take from you. It is part of your foundation moving forward. As you continue, you will notice that your life begins to feel more aligned with who you truly are. The things you once questioned will begin to make sense, and the direction you are moving in will feel natural. This is not something you have to force, it is something that unfolds as you stay connected to your truth. When you move in alignment, your path becomes clear without struggle. There may still be moments when memories surface, when you think about what happened and how it affected you. That is part of your healing, and it is something you should not resist. Allow those moments to pass through you without holding on to them. They are not meant to pull you back, they are meant to remind you of how far you have come. You are also stepping into a level of confidence that is quiet but powerful. It does not need to be announced or proven, it simply exists within you. This confidence comes from knowing that your path is no longer influenced by what was hidden. It is guided by truth, and that truth is something you can trust completely. The person who once influenced your story will continue to fade from your focus, not because you are trying to forget them, but because they no longer hold relevance in your journey. Their role has ended, and your attention is shifting toward what truly matters. This is how release happens, not through force, but through natural separation. There is also a sense of renewal beginning to take shape in your life. It may show itself in small ways at first: a new idea, a new opportunity, or a new sense of purpose. These are signs that your path is opening again, free from interference. Each step you take will build on this renewal, leading you into something greater than what you experienced before. Stay grounded in what you now understand, because your awareness is your protection. You do not need to question yourself the way you once did. You have seen the truth, you have felt the shift, and you know the difference between what aligns with you and what does not. This understanding will guide you forward with confidence and peace. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed.